So to start with, I have a very brief introduction here. So just as you all know that university life is full of freedom, pressure, and at the same time opportunity. So the university life the university life actually brings freedom, pressure, and at the same time opportunity. So that's why it's very important that self-discipline, you know, it's very important that one adopts self-discipline, especially in the university life. Okay, so success is not just about intelligence, it's about character and habits. So it's not just intelligence alone. Character is very, very important. Character and also habits, very, very, very important. So that's why, as a student, there are lots of things to learn apart from the academic world. Okay, character and habits, they are very important because they are skills that you really need throughout your entire life. All right, so your choices today shape your future trajectory. So the choices that you make today will actually, shape your future. So that's one of the reasons why self-discipline is very important. So just to say this, your grades doesn't rise by your desire. As a student, you desire to have good grades. Is that not? You desire to have good grades. But what there is that desire to get good grade, it's good. But at the same time, that desire is not enough. But discipline will enable you to have that. Okay, it's not just desire. You can desire it, but discipline will enable you to have it. Then at the same time, too, a student without discipline is just like eagle. Eagle now without wings. Eagle that does not have wing will not be able to fly, right? So the same thing too. So as student, discipline is very important. Very, very important. It's not just, just in the university system alone, even outside the world. Because as you are in the school, as you are in the, as you are on campus, the same thing too. Whatever you learn there, it's what you're going to take out there. All right. So excellence is not accidental, it is cultivated over time. So there's a quick key question here. He said, what kind of student and person are you becoming? So to know the kind of student you are becoming, discipline is very, very important. So what exactly is academic discipline? So academic discipline simply means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, like doing what is necessary. That's what I would just say. Doing what is necessary. That is discipline. Doing what is necessary, even when you don't feel like it, like it's not comfortable. Doing what is needed, even when it is not comfortable. That's discipline. You don't feel like waking up to study, but you just choose to study. That's discipline. You don't feel like doing a particular thing, but because that thing is very important, you still do it. That's discipline. Okay, so prioritizing long-term goals over short-term comforts. And another thing is that it's also building habits that support success. So doing things repeatedly gives an habit. So that's why it's so important as students that you cultivate the habits of discipline. Very, very important. If you are not Solomon in wisdom and you are not Joseph in discipline, then definitely that person will be Samson in destruction. So it is very, very important that you adopt self-discipline, no matter what. So wisdom helps you choose the right actions at the right time. So it prevents burnout and misdirection. So you need wisdom. Very, very important as students. Why do you need it? So that you can choose right. You can make the right decision at the right time. Okay, so wisdom will enable you to ask the question like, how do I make use of this time? How do I make use of this opportunity? Because the university campus has lots of opportunity in it. Okay, so wisdom will enable you to ask the best question, enable you to evaluate yourself. So very, very important. All right, so consistency. That's another thing there, consistency. So when we talk about consistency, it means that you are doing something repeatedly. Okay, for instance, it is better to study 30 minutes every day, daily, than 6 hours once. Some people will say they will study for just 6 hours once, and before they study again, maybe the next week. That is not consistency. Okay, consistency is doing it often, and once you are consistent about a thing, it becomes your habit. So that's why, as a student, you must be consistent. You must be very, very important. Must be consistent. And one of the things that hinders consistency among students in campus is this. The first one is overcommitment. When you say yes to so many things, that's first thing. The other thing is poor time management. When you don't manage your time very well, you will not be consistent with your studies. You will not be consistent. You will not be able to study as at when due. Okay. So another thing is social media distraction. This is Gen Z. This is Gen Z generation. Okay. So in the sense that social media is the order of the day. Everybody wants to scroll through Twitter, through Instagram, you understand, all those likes and all. And all these things are actually done so that everyone will be addicted to it. Users will be addicted to it. So that's why, as a student, you must shun social media distractions. Okay, you can go through social media, it's okay. But at the same time, one of the killer of time is this social media. Before you know it, let me just scroll through. I will read my book. In the next 30 minutes, I'll read my book. 30 minutes is turning to 1 hour. 1 hour is turning to 2 days. 2 days is turning to 3. You know yourself. You yourself, you'll be thinking it's like this brother is talking about me. You know yourself. Okay. So social media distraction is one of the things, that is affecting students. So it is very important that as students, please and please do away with phones, especially when you want to study. And what I do, because also here I'm a student, so what I do is that I make sure I time myself. If it is 30 minutes I want to use on social media, I will use that 30 minutes. That is discipline. That's where it starts. Okay? Because when you say you want to stop immediately, your friend can now say, hello, have you seen what happened yesterday? You'll be like, oh, that's true. Let me quickly answer him. I'll go back to read. That's a lie. So you need self-discipline, please. Very, very important. Social media distractions. Okay? So the next one is integrity. Integrity. So integrity means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. That is integrity. When you are doing the right thing, when no one is watching you, that is integrity. So as a student, you need to protect your reputation, because those lecturers that you are seeing, your friends that you are seeing, tomorrow, no one can tell. You might need their help. You understand? For instance, your lecturers, you might need them to recommend you, because before I came here, lots of my lecturers, they recommended me. So it's very, very important. So if you lack integrity, some people will even write it there, because you will not be there. They will just send it. You will not be there. You understand what I'm trying to say? So if you are that kind of person that cheats a lot in school, and the lecturer will just look at you and be like, okay, don't worry, I forgive you this time. Don't worry, in the future, they will remind you. So that's why it's so important that as a student, you are a person of integrity. Okay, doing the right thing, even when no one is watching you. When your parent is not watching you in school. Because there are lots of students now, they are black in school, but at home they are white. You understand what I mean? Like in school like this, they are warrior, not prayer warrior now, fighter in school. But at home, oh, they are a very sweet person. So it shouldn't be like that. Okay. So integrity really matters. Okay. All right. So very quickly, I will just talk about these things briefly about academic discipline and wisdom. So to maintain academic discipline and wisdom, just as I said that academic discipline is very important, is a must. Okay. And one of the things that will shape you, okay, just like the discipline I'm talking about, one of the things that will shape you forever is this discipline. Show me a successful man and I will show you someone who is very disciplined. Every successful people you will see today in business, in earthwise, just check them. Discipline is in their life. They are well disciplined. So I will be talking about this in 4 parts. I'll be using the mnemonics A, B, C, S. Okay. ABCS. So that's what I will just be talking about. ABCS, academic discipline. I'll be talking about these four parts. A, B, C, then S. A stands for association. Association. So, in order to maintain academic discipline, it's very, very important, okay, that you are mindful of your association. Who are your friends? Who are your friends? You want to make A from, you are doing 7 subjects and you want to make all A's. And the friends that you are keeping, they are struggling with carryover. They are struggling with it. Or they are having CD, you know, or they are having dead, DEAD. They are having it in their results. And you are there, you know, you are making friends with them. It shouldn't be. So your association really matters. Okay? So your association is very, very, very important. So your direction is shaped by your connections. Who are those people that are your friends? Check the successful people that we have today. Look at their friends. Look at the friends that they make. So it's very, very important that you choose study partners who takes academics seriously. Choose your friends. I remember when I got to school those times, you know, during 100 level, those times when I first entered, I had, you know, many friends that we studied together. Many friends, so that we studied together. But when I began to get like 200 level, you know, everybody begins to leave one after the other. Why? Because they look at this person and be like, this person is like, the rate at which this person is reading is different from my own. Do you understand? So that's why it's very, very important that you choose study partners who takes academics very seriously. Okay? Very, very seriously. So the next one is your belief system. Is your belief system. You cannot practice what you do not believe. Your belief system, that's the next one. You know, I'm talking about A, B, C, and S. That's the acronym I'm talking about. Okay? So the next one is belief system. The scripture even says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay? So if you believe that you are going to, you know, have that academic excellence, you are going to have it. If you believe that this semester that is this new year, this new semester, I'm going to have all A's. I'm going to have 4 A's, 3 B's in my courses. You are going to have it. If you believe it and you work towards it, very, very important. So if a student believes they are capable, they act with discipline. So it is not just enough for you to say it. You act with what? With discipline. So if you believe excellence matters, you pursue it consistently. Okay, so it's very important. You don't begin to say bad things to yourself. I know that maybe last semester might not really go well. Maybe it did not really go well. Okay, this is a fresh start now. This is a new year. You know, someone will say that new year, new me. Okay, so it should be the same thing too. New year, new results. Don't take the results of last year. You know, you need to improve. Even if you are doing well before, you need to still improve. So this is very, very important to each and every one of you. Please take it very seriously this year. Just have it at the back of your mind. Have that goal that this year, this semester, I am going to make so great. Okay. I believe that all of you, you want to at least have all A's now this semester, right? Definitely. You can have it. Some people, if you hear all A's, they'll be like, it's too much. It's a lie. You can have it actually. But it's the belief system. Okay? It's the belief, and your friends too. Who are your friends? If you say you want to have all A's, what will your friends say? If your friend, if they tell you that you can't have it, just know that you are with the wrong set of people. Okay? So it's very, very important that you choose your study partner very well, very carefully. Okay? So, and at the same time, you believe. Your belief system really matters. So the next one, very quickly, is Christ. Okay? Christ must be at the center of everything you are doing as a student. There are students that they will say they have read everything. They just got to exam hall and they forget everything. Blank. They try to remember. Nothing is coming forth. Nothing. You know, so it's Christ that, you know, that gives, you know, all this, you know, that gives understanding. There are some certain things that you yourself, you'll be like, I don't think I can understand this concept. I always can understand this subject. But The Spirit of God will just give you understanding of it. Okay, so it's very important that you surrender everything to Christ. Very, very important. The scripture says in Proverbs 3:5, he said, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Many students nowadays they depend on their understanding. Many students, they depend on ChatGPT. You know ChatGPT, right? When I say ChatGPT, some of you, yeah, I know it. Even God is, shaking her head like, yes, I know ChatGPT. Some people depend on ChatGPT. It's not supposed to be so. Okay? So it's very important that we put all our hope, on God. Just as you are reading, as you are studying, at the same time, let your hope rest in God. Are we together now? Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Don't depend on what you have read. Just tell God to take control. Tell Jesus to take control. But any exam you are going to write, before you start any exam, just have that prayer inside of you. Before you start any exam this semester, you will see how things will go. Not that you will not study and you will say you are going to the exam and say you are praying and everything. No, that's not what I'm saying. You study. Once you have studied, then you pray when you get to the exam inside of you. Are we together now? So that's Christ. That's for Christ. Christ must be center of it all. Okay, so the last one, but not the least, is solitude. This one is personal study. Okay, personal study. So solitude is sometimes necessary for clarity. Okay, one thing I want you to learn from this beautiful creature, eagle. Each and every one of you know eagle, right? You know eagle, right? Good. That's why we are even called super eagles. The Nigerian national team now, football national team, they call them super eagles. Okay, so one unique thing about eagles are very, very important. Okay, eagles, they fly at the highest heights. No birds in the animal kingdom, no birds at all can fly as high as eagle. Okay, so eagle fly alone. When you see eagle alone, fly high. Okay, so it's very, very important that you have your own personal study. It's good that you have group reading with your friends. Anything you don't understand, you have a friend that understands it. Meet the friend, good. But at the same time, take time to sit down and read. Take time away from phone. Some of you now, immediately you leave here like this now. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Immediately you leave here. It shouldn't be, please. Do you get now? You should have time for it. You should have time for it. Create a working schedule for yourself. Okay? So who are the people who can fly with you at higher altitudes? And who are those people that can't? Okay? So it's very, very important that you create study pattern for yourself. Create study pattern. This year, just have it at the back of your mind that you want to read for 1 hour. If it is 1 hour you want to be reading, you can read 1 hour, rest for 2 hours, read another 1 hour, rest again. You can be doing that. And thank God we have YouTube now. How many of you are using YouTube for your advantage? Yeah, you can use YouTube. Even the ChatGPT I talked about too. Fine, you can use ChatGPT to learn too at the same time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Even me, I use it to learn. Do you get? There are some things that lecturers will teach. I don't even understand it. You understand what I'm trying to say now? So you can go ChatGPT, just put it there. Explain to a 5-year-old kid. That's it. Just give it to ChatGPT like that. Just say, explain to a 5-year-old kid. ChatGPT will break everything down for you. Everything to break down. So it's very important that you have a personal study time. Please and please, this new year, have a personal study time. So that's exactly where I'm gonna, round everything up. Then the conclusion is a life of true academic excellence is built when you study diligently. So choose the right associations, believe in your God-given potential, and anchor everything in Christ alone. So just a quick recap. I talked about 4 major things. What are they? The first one is what? Is association, which is A. I said A, B, C, S, right? The first one is what? Association. The second one is what? Your belief system, right? Then the third one is what? Christ. Then the fourth one is solitude. That is having a personal study. Okay? So thank you very much. Thank you very much for your attention.
So thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So I have some questions here that I would love to ask. I know day
Okay.
to day might have one or two questions that can definitely help them. So the first question I have here is that looking back at your own academic journey, what was
Okay.
the biggest mistake you see students repeatedly making when it comes to the academics?
One of the you said one of what is the biggest mistake?
One of the yes that you see students make repeatedly.
Okay. One of the biggest mistake is procrastination. Procrastination. I will do it later. Is it not that course? I know it. I know it very well. I will have A in that course. I will read it when it is 2 days to the exam. I will read it. Maybe 2 days to the exam. You now get sick or you have little malaria like that. You just discover you cannot read anything and get to the exam or with empty brain, and that's it. And the person fails the course. And at the same time too, you know, and at the same time, the procrastination at the same time too. At the same time too, some students when they procrastinate, okay, they will say, "Oh, I will do this later. I will do that later." You know, it's 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 it doesn't make them to achieve the particular goal for that particular term or that particular semester. So procrastination is one of the things I've seen so far in students that I know that made them to make biggest mistakes. So it's very important as students that you don't procrastinate. You don't. That's why it is called thief of time. Procrastination is a thief of time. Don't allow it to thief your time at all as students, please. Don't procrastinate. Anything you want to study, study it now. You're having exam in May. You know that when you resume school, you will be having exam. You are supposed to start reading now. You're supposed to start reading. Even, just make sure. One of the things I always tell students is that when you are in holiday, you're having break. Make sure you play during break. Play. Enjoy yourself during break. But when you resume fully. Okay, it's very important. Resume fully when you resume. Don't procrastinate when you get to school. Okay, so that's one of the biggest mistakes I see students make: procrastination. Hey, I can hear you faintly. I can't really hear you very well. It's not really clear,
And
please.
hello, can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. It's better now. Yeah, it's better now.
All right. So I said that many students want,
Okay.
but they struggle with discipline.
Okay.
From your experience,
Mm-hmm.
what does academic discipline actually look like in a daily campus life?
Okay. That's the question, right?
Yes, that's the question.
All right. Thank you very much. So, what academic discipline actually looks like is you maintaining a consistent reading schedule. Okay. For instance, you're having 7 courses in a semester. You know that out of these 7 courses, you yourself, you know that, okay, these 7 courses, list out what are those possible grades you can have there. Just as I said, belief system. Okay. For instance, out of the 4, you say, okay, this semester I'm going to have all A's, or I'm going to have 4 A's and 3 B's. Okay. So after you get that one is not enough. It's not just enough for you to make those plans, because it is said earlier that it is not just desire alone. Okay. Discipline is what matters. It's not about desire. You can desire great things, you understand? But what really matters is discipline. And discipline is talking about being consistent now. So how can you be consistent? One of the ways to be consistent is to have a working schedule. So as a student, make sure you have a working schedule. You write it down. If it is BAO 101, okay, for instance, if you're having 5 courses that you are doing, make sure you list them down. Okay, then you now create study pattern for them. Maybe on Monday, you are reading BAO 101 for 1 hour or 2 hours, depending on your reading capacity. Everyone does not have the same reading capacity. If it is 1 hour, fine. If it is 2 hours, fine. And at the same time, if you know, at the same time, make sure you don't let it get to exam period. You get, before you start reading, you start studying. Maintain a working timetable or schedule. So that's one of the things I would say. Okay, to have a good grade, all right, to have a good grade, you need to what? Maintain a a working time schedule. Okay, so when you do that, you know, especially when you do that for a week, you discover that it will be part of you. You understand? So because all these things, when you are consistent about the particular thing, it becomes your habit. And your habit is exactly what is needed here. So, and that's what creates discipline. So it's very, very important as students that you create or you have a working schedule. So working schedule is the most important there. Working schedule. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. That's very nice. I hear you, sir.
Yes, I can hear you, but it's not really that clear.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now? Is it clearer?
Yeah, it's clear now. It's clear now. Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So I have about three more questions before I ask if any of them have any question in particular.
All right, all right.
How should a student handle academic pressure? How should a student handle academic pressure? I know many of them that are on site now, they are in their final year. Deadlines, expectations, fear of failure, without burning out or cutting corners. So how can they handle academic pressures?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. So one of the things that you can do to to handle academic pressure is don't compare yourself. Okay, don't ever compare yourself. Don't compare yourself, because in school you will see different kinds of students. There are some students that are fast learner. You know, there are students that are fast learner that, they can read for just 2 hours and they are good to go for exam. They are good to go 2 hours, in a week, say they can read they are fast learner. And there are some that it takes time for them to, assimilate. Let me use that. They are slow learner. That does not mean that they are not smart. Okay, that does not mean that they are not smart. And there are some people that they read for a very long time, but yet they assimilate less. They can read for 5 hours consistently every day, but yet they assimilate less. So that is why it's so important that you don't compare yourself with any student. So first thing is that you need to identify yourself. Okay, self-identity really matters. Okay, it really matters. Just like Dr. Miles Murray, I listened to one of his record. It talks about the lion mentality. So as a student, you need to have this kind of mentality, in the sense that you can never see a lion comparing himself with the fastest animals. He's not the fastest now. Lion is not the fastest animal. Lion is not even the largest animal. Okay, but yet lion has that mindset that he is the strongest. He has the mindset that he can withstand any animal in the animal kingdom. Okay, so it's very important that you know your identity as a student. Very, very paramount that you know your identity. So when you know your identity, you won't compare yourself with others. So when you begin to compare yourself, that's when the pressure begins to get into you. And when pressure gets into you, failure sets in. So that's why it's so important that you shun comparison. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, sorry, we lost our internet.
So sorry about that.
So thank you so much. But we can hear you now. So I don't know whether
Okay, so
you did you finish answering the question?
I don't know where they stopped hearing. Maybe I should just give the recap of it. Can they hear me now? Can they hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. How
I
about
said,
you?
did you finish
You
answering
can
the
hear me
question?
now?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can hear you too. We can hear you.
Okay.
I was
So
asking, did you
so
finish answering the
basically, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, go on,
If I
sir.
didn't be, I don't know where they stopped hearing. That's why I'm still not contemplating. I don't know where they stopped hearing. But let
Maybe
me
you can
just
just give
summarize it. Let me just you say
yes,
what?
a summary, yes.
Okay. So in
That's
summary,
what I'm saying. Summary will be good.
okay. So in summary, so um comparison. Just like I said, like you shouldn't compare yourself. You need to, say that's where self-identity comes in. So you need to know the kind of person that you are. Just as I said that you need to adopt the lion mentality in the sense that the lion doesn't see himself, as being inferior to any animal. He's not even the fastest animal in the animal kingdom. He's not the largest animal in size, but at the same time, he carries himself with that great aura. No wonder he's the king of the jungle. So that's why it's so important that you identify yourself. You know the kind of person you are. Are you a night person? Are you that kind of person that like to read at night? Are you that kind of person that likes to? Are you a morning person? Everybody has those times that they assimilate, you know, very well. So you need to identify yourself. So that's why it's very important that you don't compare yourself as a student. You don't compare yourself. So that's just the basic summary of everything. Can you hear me? It's still fluctuating, Avi.
Yes, so we can. I think it's good now.
Oh, okay.
So you can hear you better now.
Okay. So I'm done with this summary. I don't know if they heard that.
Yes, I believe they did.
Okay. All right.
So I will go to the next question. How do you balance faith and academics practically, especially in seasons where school work feels overwhelming? Some of them they attend fellowship, I believe maybe all of them, maybe church. So how do they, and maybe some of them are also executives or workers in their fellowships. So how can they balance their faith and academics practically?
Okay. Thank you very much. This is a very important question. So balancing faith and academics is very, very important as students. So, and that boils down to exactly what we are talking about today, about being disciplined and having a working schedule. Very, very important. So I remember those times when I was in 200 level. Yeah, I think 200 level, it was in 200 level, while, during those times, I had, should I say, a drastic reduction in my GP those times, So that's now brought about evaluation. So I do, evaluate myself. So that's one of the things I would say, that you should make sure you evaluate yourself. For instance, if it is weekly or monthly, do monthly or weekly evaluation. Evaluate yourself as often as possible, in the sense that when you begin to evaluate yourself, you begin to know if you are drifting, faith-wise, or you are drifting academically. So when you begin to evaluate yourself, you begin to know when there is imbalance in faith and your academics. So evaluation is very, very important. And at the same time, as you are evaluating yourself, it's still part of discipline at the same time. So when you're evaluating yourself, doing self-reflection is still part of discipline. So that's why I said that all these things still boils down on discipline. So if you don't discipline yourself as a student, you just discover that you are lacking in one area. Okay, so that's why it's very, very important that as students on campus, you do self-evaluation. You evaluate yourself. Am I still, am I still, serving as I should in school? Because those times too, I joined, like I joined many departments as possible. Like was it 3 or 4 like that? I was in drama, I was in, I plan. We have what we call I plan, that plans events and that plans, a gathering and all. Okay. I was in Sabbath school, that is like Sunday school and all. So it's very, very important, and at the same time, I was able to maintain, the academic part too. So what I do is that I evaluate myself. You get now. So like weekly now, I'll be like, okay, so this particular course, how am I going to study for this course? How am I going to study for this? And at the same time, how am I going to plan for the next meeting, church meeting or church gathering? You understand? So doing self-evaluation will really help you as students. And thank God we are in a new year now. So, and as we always say, that new year, new resolution, new year, new system, new year, new pattern. So it's very important that you need to evaluate. You start this year with evaluation. So the moment you begin to evaluate yourself, you discover that you are able to maintain that balance without without drifting in one area or the other. So it's very important. So self-evaluation is very important. So I do that a lot, even up till now. So it's very, very important. Self-evaluation. Can you hear me?
All right. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you. So thank you so much. That's personal evaluation. It's self-evaluation. It's very, very important. So lastly, I want to ask, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you were advising a student who feels it is too late, final year student, 300 level year students, or maybe somebody in 200 level who had a very terrible results in 100 level first semester or second semester. So who feels it is too late academically, what wisdom would you give them right now? And that would be our last question before I ask the audience that are present here if they have any question for you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. What is there is that there is no how you can still improve the CGPA a little bit. Nothing is too late. You can still improve it. I want to believe that even if you have all A's in your final semester, there's no how it will have at least an impact on your CGPA. Okay, so it's very important that you just have that back of your mind that you can still do better. okay, you can still do better no matter what. Don't have the mindset that I'm in my last semester, nothing else can be done. No, you still need to keep up. Okay, and at the same time, I want you to know that self-discipline does not just end in school. It's a lifetime thing. It's a lifetime thing. It's a thing that you take to, you do throughout life. Okay, so it's a skill that you need throughout your entire life. So it's very important that you start that now. So the moment you start that, no matter, irrespective of your grade, irrespective of what you are having now, you can still pick up. That's what I would just tell you. It's your belief system, just as I said, your belief system. Okay, and at the same time too, don't not just academics alone too. Make sure you get yourself a skill at the same time. Don't don't finish school without having a skill. At least have a skill, have something you can do. If it is graphic design, if it is, it depends. There are lots of it like that. Just have a skill apart from your grade in school. Have a skill. This semester that even if it is one semester that you have left, 3 months, you can still learn something online. You can still learn a lot. You can still learn a lot. So it's very, very important. Don't just come out of school without having a skill. Okay, so that's one of the things I will still say again to that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That's a very powerful response. I'm going to ask our audience that are here on site if they have any question in particular for our guests. Any question? Do you have any question?
I don't know.
Please,
I don't know why the video is upside down. Okay. I think it's fine now. It's fine now. Okay, I think it's from my own.
Then your video is upside down, so like this.
It's upside down now, right?
Continue, sir. Don't worry, continue. We are good.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. Can you hear her, please?
I'm trying to hear her.
Okay. Can you speak louder?
Go on, good.
And it's possibly some challenges.
Hey.
Are we really?
Please, sir, can you just repeat our question in case you get it?
So she said the courses that you don't like the lecturer.
Okay.
And it's affecting your results.
Okay.
So how do you go about it?
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. So
you have questions, right?
You can't.
Please hold on, sir. Somebody have a follow-up question.
Okay.
So you end up like this. And then lectures you never have because and eventually
Please, sir, you help me repeat the question. No, it's like it's skipping, something like that.
All right. So she said that there are some lecturers that you naturally like those lecturers, you like their teaching, but you don't understand their marking scheme. Because after the examination, you end up having C or D in their course. So how do you navigate that? And there are some, what's the second part? So you don't even like the lecturer, but you end up having a good grade with their course or subject. How do you navigate that?
Okay. I'm trying to note the second question. He said you don't understand their marking scheme, but you like their lecture.
You like the lecturers, you think you understand the course, but by the time you end up writing your examination, you lule.
Oh, I get. So let me first answer the first one first. That said, how do you pass a course you don't like? You don't like the lecturer, and how do you pass it? Okay. So one of the things is this. You can't like all the see, the probability is there, because all lecturers are not the same. So you will definitely see, especially in Nigeria, you definitely see, courses that you don't even, there are some courses that you don't even like, self, not even lecturers alone. So the most important thing is that, you are students now, you look for, the first thing is that you look for way out for yourself first. That's the thing. And what is the way out? The way out is, if you have friends in the department, or in the, your colleagues, if you have a friend in the department or a colleague, you understand, who that understand this topic, or that understand this subject, you can approach the person. You understand? Let the person explain to you in a better way. All right. So just as I said too the other time, that thank God for technology. We have YouTube. One of the things, there are some courses here where I am that I don't even understand them. You understand? What I just do is that I bring them online. I go YouTube, watch videos as many as possible. Just as I said the other time too, there is AI there. You can go to AI too. Put the topic there to AI and tell AI to explain to you like a 7-year-old kid. AI will do that. It will explain to you in a in the simplest way. Okay, so you can use that as as a tool. Okay, you can use that as a tool, because nowadays definitely you will meet lecturer that you don't even like. You don't even like their course. There are some courses you don't even like at all, self, but you just have to pass them. That is school for you. You just have to pass them. Okay, so you make use of all these tools, like I said, YouTube, then AI, and at the same time too, your friends that that they understand this particular course very well. Approach them, let them explain to you. Okay, so they can explain better than the lecturer themselves. Are we together now? So I think this method is very, very, very okay. This method works for me, actually. It works for me, and it works for majority of students too. Okay, so thank you very much. I don't know if that satisfies your answer.
Yes.
Okay. So the next question. Okay. He said you don't understand their marking scheme, but you like the lecture and everything. So the marking scheme is the major thing. Can you hear me?
Yes, that's correct. The reason why, I guess the reason why she mentioned marking scheme is because after the examination,
yes,
she ended up getting C or D or E.
Oh, I get. All right.
And after thinking, she read very, very well.
I understand.
Okay, she even did tutorial for other.
One of the things. Okay. Thank you. See, these things are not. It's not you alone. It's not just you alone that all these things has happened to other students too as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So I understand your pain. These things are very painful. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, your feelings are very valid, and these things are very painful, especially when you've taught your colleagues, taught people, and at the same time you did not do well or something. Like, it's very, very painful, actually. But one of the things is that you need to learn your lecturers, like learn them, like learn how they mark. That's another thing, because there are some of them that their marking guide, or there are some of them that, let me just be specific. There are some of them that they need you to give lots of information. For instance, if they ask you what is a noun, they don't expect you to just say a noun is a naming word alone and stop there. They expect you to explain more. And there are some that it is a turn off for them if they ask you what is a noun, and you are giving them elaborate information. Some of them will be like, what's this? This is I too know. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that is why it's very important that you study your lecturers. And how do you study your lecturers? One of the things I do is that if I want to do a particular course, I will first make inquiry from those ahead of me, those that have done those courses before. Do you get now? Those that have done the courses before, I ask them, how about this lecturer? How does he mark? What does he look for? You understand? Because all lecturers are different. So you need to treat them differently, especially if you want to have like A's, you want to have a very good grade. It's not just about what you are writing in the exam. There are some lecturers like that. If you like, write everything you know. You understand? They just be like, this person is writing too much. I just need few words alone. So you need to study, the lecturers. Very, very important. You need to study them. Very important. Study them. So once you study them, you'll be able to, do accordingly. So I understand your feelings. It's very valid. Very valid. And so sorry about that, okay? So sorry about that. So all you just have to do, sincerely, it's painful. Very painful. No, it's very, very painful. Very, very painful. I understand. So that's one thing I would just, admonish you, that you study your lecturers. You understand? And at the same time, too, don't be too sure. You can call for your script, too. You can meet them. You can approach them. Yeah, you can approach them and let them know. At times, they make mistakes. Thank God I was once a lecturer, too. So I was lecturing, you understand? Even yes, if I'm doing TSO, I'm teaching, too. You understand? I'm assisting in teaching, too. So there might be mistakes, too. Some students can just approach me and be like, oh, okay, it's a mistake. You understand? Mistakes, too, can arise, too. Do you understand? So it's good to just approach, like, oh, I did I did like this in your course. Please, I want to know my mistake. You might not even say you need your script. You can just say you want to know where you made mistake in the last exam. That's it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? So at times it might be a mistake from the lecturers too. It might be a mistake that you have done so well there, and at the same time. So like that, you can just, approach them. Let them tell you your mistake in case of another time. All right. So that's how we answer that.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. We are really grateful. Just before you go, I will just ask you to give a final word to them.
Okay.
Some of them are in their final year. Some of them are just starting the race.
Okay.
So just the final word so that we can wrap up this session and go to the last session for this event. Thank you, sir.
All right. So for those that are, final word for those that are still in school, those that are still in maybe 100 level, 200 level now, okay, is that you can still build up the GP. Like you can still fight for your GP very well, for your grades. Okay, the time is still there. You understand? Just give it your best. Give it your best. Give it your best. This is the time, sincerely speaking. All this, these times in university, I just imagine those times when I was, doing my undergraduate days then. You understand? These are some of the things accumulated, study life. These are some of the things that actually helped me here too. Do you get now? So you can still get it. You can still get that desired GP that you want to graduate with. So the most important thing is consistency and stay disciplined. Okay. So for those that will be graduating soon, what I would just say is that make sure you get a skill, and at the same time, opportunities. You understand? Like seek for opportunities, seek for information. Anyone that wants to stay at the top, will always seek for information. Seek for information. Those ahead of you, you understand? Those that have graduated, learn from them. Don't make the same mistake that they made. Do you get now? Don't make the same mistake that they've made. So, for instance, now you know that okay, after this final year, I will be serving everything. So just make sure you know the next level. Get information, get new information from them. You understand now? So, and make sure you seek for opportunities too at the same time. Are we together? So it's very, 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 very important. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, Oluwatosin Adeola Benjamin. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir.
For this first edition of More Than a Degree. Thank you so much. Your input is very massive. And we really hope that for the few number of people that are here and for others that are joining online and may end up watching this online, I really hope that the information they've garnered here would really help them. Thank you so much and God bless you, sir.
Amen. Amen, sir. Amen. It's a great pleasure.
So have a good morning ahead. I guess it's morning over there.
Yeah. It's morning. All right. All right, no problem. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. All right. All right.